Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So tonight, I want to talk about 4 must-have altcoins, the ones that I've been holding and has helped me tremendously over the past few weeks, and especially so tonight. I've been telling you guys to have a good portfolio strategy, one that will carry you far, one that will help you gain on Bitcoin. And these 4 essential altcoins have done just that for me. I have zero stress. I could care less about Bitcoin volatility at this point. The whales could do whatever they want, but my portfolio is strong. And I believe if you have these 4, your portfolio will also be as strong. So what are they? Well, let's take a look. And of course, let's look at what's going on with Bitcoin. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash it a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. 2 streams every day, 11 and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Sometimes a little late like today. I apologize. But that's why you need to hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter and Facebook so you get extra notified. And by the way, there is a lot of spammers and impersonators, just so you know, and it's happening on Facebook now too, and especially so with YouTube. So make sure if you see a spammer, if you see me claiming to double your Bitcoin or just to call some weird number, that's not me. Okay, those guys are getting really aggressive. So be careful. All right, Paul, appreciate that. Those of you guys already here, let's do this. Let me change my screen. All right, so looking at Bitcoin, it's 54,300, which is actually the same point pretty much as yesterday. So you can see it's basically even. But of course, this morning we had a little bit of rally, went about 56,000. Then this morning afternoon, 55,000, 54,000. But we know that this is Bitcoin's future expiration week, right? We got a few more days to go into expiration this Friday. Of course, during that, there's volatility. This is also generally a weak month for Bitcoin, which is March, right? But relatively speaking, Bitcoin is doing very well. It has not dropped. Look at the previous. I'm going to get rid of all these lines. Look at these previous drops, okay? That's a bigger volatility. Or more volatility. Right now, honestly, it's flat. No one should be panicking about Bitcoin at this point. And if you are, most likely you are not diversified enough, which is why I've created and let you guys know about the 50-25-25 rule. And many people have told me since they started following it, they started sleeping better. They started seeing their fiat not only gain, but also, more importantly, their BTC value of their portfolio gain as well. That's what you want. That's the most important thing. Okay, if your fiat goes down, that's one thing. But what you really want to pay attention to is the overall BTC value of your portfolio. If you're gaining on Bitcoin and you're seeing that, yeah, today maybe your overall portfolio is worth 1 Bitcoin. Tomorrow is worth 1.2 Bitcoins. The next week it's worth 1.8 Bitcoins. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to do. You want to gain as much Bitcoin as you can. And one way to do so is having a diversified portfolio, which has really helped a lot of people, including myself. So there's a lot of altcoins I've been covering for quite some time now that are doing fantastic. So I'm going to cover 4 of them, 4 basic ones, but there's a lot more than these that really can hedge your portfolio, right? So before I get to that, let me talk about, what I saw, what I can see. Now, CryptoQuant just became garbage. Like, I don't see anything on CryptoQuant. At least whale alerts show something. I think CryptoQuant really wants to heat off, and they don't show like really anything. We're really delayed, or they separate out the data. So I don't know what is going on with CryptoQuant. So people want an explanation about what caused the dip. Well, look at this person. There is some whale that transferred 4,000 Bitcoins to Coinbase, approximately $219 million. Yeah, that's a lot, but you know what? Then a few hours later, no, less than an hour later, they transfer 1,650 back out, right? So another 89 million out. So this whale left in, or either sold a lot, or they decided to leave it in there for some other purpose, maybe for a pump or something, right? We just don't know at this point. So this is the only thing I could find that possibly caused Bitcoin to fall down a little bit. but right now Bitcoin is coming back up again. You know, the thing is, there's going to be whales that try to manipulate Bitcoin right now, right? They're trying to drive out the retail investors. Just like this morning, I had a chart from CryptosRUs that basically showed this large 15,000 outflow from Coinbase, that basically a purchase from a whale or whales, right? So, they're going to do their thing right now. The smaller ones, they're going to do their thing. But the bigger ones, they're buying as much as they can behind the scenes, regardless of this. Maybe they're the ones behind this, so they can pick up cheap Bitcoins. I don't know, but this is all irrelevant. It's really something that you should not be worried and checking your portfolio every 5 seconds over, because you drive yourself nuts. Know that, yes, Bitcoin is going to go higher. Yes, this is a period in time where we will pass, and once we do, we're not even going to remember it. And I said that like a month ago or a few weeks ago when Bitcoin was below 50,000 in the 40,000 range. I said the same thing. Once we pass, we're not going to remember 40,000s. Once we pass that, we're not going to remember 30,000s, right? Is anyone talking about when we fell down to 28,000 or 30,000 or 40,000? No, no one talks about it anymore. So once we get past 60,000 and make a new high, and we're going to have the same kind of thing happen, obviously, but we're not going to remember this anymore. So you should not be fretting over this right now. Think positive. Do not panic sell. If you have the capability, do dollar cost averaging and hodl. And that's it. It's that simple. It's that simple. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Let's get to the 4 altcoins. Let's get to the 4 altcoins that have really stood well against Bitcoin. So you look at Bitcoin dominance, 59.8%. This has not moved. I think last night it went to 59.7%. This morning, I think 59.9%, went back down to 59.8%. So obviously with Bitcoin's dip today, not really. I mean, 24 hours, it hardly dipped. But there's a lot of altcoins that simply did not dip as hard or have gained tremendously. I mean, it's insane how much some altcoins have gained. It's really amazing. So if you look at the top 10, okay, before I get to Theta, and I will get to Theta, another one that's sitting at number 4 above Cardano by big margin now, by big margin, by $4 billion, and above Polkadot by $8 billion, that is Binance Coin. Binance Coin is one that I've talked about for quite some time. I created a few videos about them recently, maybe a few weeks ago. And this is one that you don't want to sleep on. Binance is on top of the world. They have their own chain. They have multiple exchanges. They have a whole ecosystem of DeFi, now soon NFT. And you know what? They have other things going for them, such as a limited supply, token burning. I mean, there's just so much going on with BNB. And every single project these days is building a bridge to Binance Smart Chain, or they have like uplifted themselves and made them compatible with Binance Coin for Binance Smart Chain. For example, BAT recently said that. That's a huge thing. And a lot of DeFi projects like 1inch have also made a leap. There's a lot of DeFi projects that's all switching to Binance Smart Chain because of Ethereum's congestion problems. So that is definitely helping the whole ecosystem, which is just huge. There's no other ecosystem as big as Binance Smart Chain or Binance Chain or Binance Coin at this point. So look at it. Even though they're down 1.5% today, which is a little bit more than Bitcoin, but look at the last 7 days. Barely down, pretty much even, right? Which means you would have gained at least 3% over Bitcoin. So that is prime example of how you gain BTC value of your portfolio. 50%, 25, 50% Bitcoin, 25% big cap, 25% in mid to small caps, right? The big caps are supposed to move faster than Bitcoin when they move. And sometimes they also actually do better. They actually hedge against Bitcoin, so to speak. And Binance Coin is one of them. Not very much, but still, having an extra 3% is better than not having an extra 3%, right? And yeah, so that's why you don't want to sleep on Binance Coin. They're not very sexy, but they are a $40 billion behemoth, and that is not going to stop. Just think about it. Coinbase, when they IPO, worth $100 billion. Binance is way bigger than Coinbase. So theoretically, Binance should be at where Ethereum is. It should be at like 200 billion already, looking at how Coinbase is worth $100 billion. So just think about that. So if you look at it that way, they're actually very, very, very undervalued. All right, so that's number one. Binance Coin, don't sleep on it. Number two, I think it's obvious. Looking at a top 10, someone that was not a top 10, someone that was top 50, top 30, top 20, top 10. Now, sitting at number 9 and about to break to number 8 pretty soon. And that is Theta. Someone that just continues to go up and up and up and defy logic. I can't explain why Theta has gone up this much this fast. I can't anymore. Even though I know it's the leader of decentralized streaming, I know they have a mainnet 3.0 that's coming out that's going to add a whole bunch of new features. I realize all that. They have an NFT marketplace. They have their own streaming service. They're onboarding a ton of channels. Despite that, I can't answer why they're up a staggering 98% within the last week, 33% today alone, and that is on a day where we have Bitcoin weakness. That is why they continue to flip projects. I've said even yesterday, it's go flip chain like a Litecoin soon, and it happened. I would not be surprised by the time we wake up tomorrow, it flipped Uniswap. And after that, is it really unreasonable to think it could flip XRP? I don't know. That's a big gap, but it could be coming. So obviously, Theta is part of that 25% of big cap. You need to have that in your portfolio. This, I cannot tell you how much I've gained on Bitcoin by holding Theta. It's staggering how much I've gained on Bitcoin just by having Theta in my portfolio. So if you guys don't have Theta in your portfolio, I highly suggest adding some. Doesn't mean you go all in. Doesn't mean that you go rush and just FOMO and everything. No, but just having a little bit, it will make a huge difference. Huge difference, and I think their run is not over. I think they are going to flip Uniswap, and who knows, maybe they'll flip XRP. It's the sky's the limit right now for Theta. Okay, so that's number 2. Now, number 3 and number 4, a little bit further down the list. Remember, this is not the end-all, be-all list. Just 4 that I really like, that I am supporting, that has really helped me, but there's a lot. There's a lot that actually done really well against Bitcoin recently. Even, for example, someone like Stellar, which I don't really support, but yeah, they have done really well too. Moving down the list, well, Vechain. That's another one, a project I've been supporting for a long time. Yes, even though they're down 8% today, but what I'm looking at is this past week, and they are up 15%. Bitcoin being down 3%. Vechain up 15%, which means you would have gained 18% on top of Bitcoin. So yes, it definitely has helped my portfolio. Now, Vechain has been coming up and up and up recently, and I'm glad to see that. And they didn't pump up like Filecoin due to, Grayscale Trust or anything big. They're finally coming up because people are realizing, if you look at promising smart contract plays, blockchains, who are the ones that have the most traction? Well, Vechain arguably has the most traction of all the chains because they're already in use. They have some of the biggest projects out there. And you know what? This is enormous. This project is enormous. So that is why they're doing well, despite the fact they're down 8% today. But over the course of the week, they have helped me gain a ton on Bitcoin. And you don't want to sleep on Vechain. If you're not familiar, check out my previous videos. Also, just check out their partnerships. It's absolutely enormous. The list is just enormous. But obviously, if you look at just this area, you could see that Crypto.com, their CRO token, also did very well this week, right? Filecoin definitely had a grayscale pump. IOTA also coming up in a big way. I'm not too sure why. Tron also up in a big way, but you can see a lot of these are, smart contract plays, right? So a lot of people are now looking at promising smart contract blockchains, and wondering if that's the new thing, right? And yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, so that's number 3, Vechain. And number four is a project that I came across not too long ago, but man, has it been moving arguably as much, if not more, than even Harmony. It's amazing to think, but yeah, there is another project that has moved just as much and even more so, and that is Harmony. Harmony is a project that came across, introduced by many fans during Q&A, saying, hey, what do you think about Harmony? What do you think about Harmony? What do you think about Harmony? At first glance, I'm like, just like any other blockchain out there, right? But after I looked into them, I'm like, this is fantastic. This is a fantastic group. I have an interview with the CEO this Friday. So yeah, I looked at it. Very fast blockchain, making a lot of traction. They have a Ethereum bridge, a Binance Smart Chain bridge, a fantastic team. They're going to get into NFTs. They're already into DeFi. I mean, they pretty much have everything. And I think people are paying attention to that. So you could see up a staggering 103%, even more so than Theta. This is in my mid cap play, right? You know, the 25% in mid cap and small cap. Harmony, a big part of that, and has really, really gained on Bitcoin, helped me gain tremendously against Bitcoin. And I do think that even at this point, even after this growth at 1.5 billion, they have plenty more room to grow, because look at all the other smart contract plays. They're all at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 billion. So Harmony, I think, has a lot more room to grow. So this is the fourth one, Harmony. I don't think you should sleep on it. I think Harmony is definitely one that you need to have in your portfolio. So these are the 4 that I wanted to cover, right? There's a lot more, like I said. There's a lot more. This is not the end-all be-all list. But these 4, I personally hold these 4, and they have helped my portfolio tremendously. But there's a lot out there too. That's why I always cover altcoins, because right now, as weird as it seems, there are times where altcoins are actually hedging against Bitcoin and its volatility. Sometimes when Bitcoin has volatility, right, it kind of sucks if you're 100% in Bitcoin, even though you know it's going to come back. I know that. But it kind of sucks sometimes to see it go up and down. But if you have some altcoins in there and you have a diversified portfolio, it's really going to help you. Really going to help you. I'm not kidding about that. All right. So those are 4. Let's do some Q&A. Maybe we could discover some more. I missed some super chats. So let me look at them. Michael, just the regular super chat. Thank you. Vorsi. I looked at Jupiter before. That is definitely one I would not say is must in every portfolio. I know you just want to add that to shill it, but that's okay. I appreciate the super chat, but this is not one that should belong in every portfolio. Being a very ultra small cap at 11 million, no, it is not. I forgot what they're about. I think they're like a blockchain also. No, they're a secure messaging play. Just not. There's a lot of projects in there. I don't know. It doesn't stand out to me. Take a look at sell frame. It's up crazy right now. See, that's not a good reason to look at it. Okay. There's a lot of coins that get pumped and dumped all the time. Like today, 4 new coins got added to Coinbase, I believe, like Anchor and Storage and the 2 others, and they pumped up, right? Sometimes when things pump, doesn't mean they're good. But since you asked nicely, I'm going to look at it anyways. Stem cell coin? No. Is this really? Cell frame? No, it's not stem cell. It doesn't even show up, man. Sorry, I can't. Engine is one of those, I would say, must-have NFT plays. And I do hold Engine. They're still at 210. I mean, this looks pretty bad, down 21%. But if you go back a little further, they're up like hundreds of percent for the last month or so. So Engine, I think, is a very good pickup, you know, especially with some weakness right now. Uniland, Craig, thank you for that. Oh, they're on Binance. Never heard of this project. Unlocking true potential decentralized finance. Introducing, okay, active gatekeeper. These, okay. It's a permissionless decentralized protocol that combines spot trading services and money markets with lending and borrowing services through smart contracts. Okay, so yeah, that's a DeFi play. There's a lot of plays like this. So I think the only thing going for right now is it's on Binance. Dot prediction, can't really give that. I mean, it could go up 10, 20x easily if Bitcoin goes up 10x. BSC pad, I have no idea. Why is no one talking about it? Because probably no one knows about it. It's only on PancakeSwap. That's probably why. Access denied. Well, that's not a good thing. Sister project to LTO Network. Speaking of LTO Network, I did an interview with Rick. Really good interview. Really nice guy. A lot of promising things. LTO Network is one I haven't covered a lot yet, but I plan on to. I did cover them on Patreon, but they're doing pretty well today. But they're doing some interesting stuff. They're one of the only compliant blockchains out there, and that's because Rick, he's a lawyer. He has a law background, so yeah, he thought of things ahead of time. I'm gonna have that interview up next week. All right, guys, stop shilling sell. It's like the whole team got on here and is trying to shill sell. What's your take on GRT? I bought at 40 cents. Well, congratulations. GRT is very necessary in the space, but unfortunately they're categorized as a DeFi play. So that's why they've been weak as of late. But still, if you're at a 40 cents at 150, no, you can't be complaining. So I think they're going to come back. When the whole market comes back in full force, especially DeFi, the graph will come back. Not definitely necessary in the DeFi space. Greg, you know what? I did look at Electroneum and their gig economy AnyTask. I think they even play that commercial in the U.S., but I think they're targeting, countries without good banking system, people that don't have access to a bank account. So their target audience is mostly in like third world countries. So that may be holding them back a little bit. But I do like that campaign, and I do like what they're trying to do with their app. So yeah. See, there's another one. There's 3 people asking about Cellframe. There has to be something going on with it. Seller and Loom. Loom, they turn into medical play, so no. Seller, they're layer 2, but I don't know how they're differentiating themselves from the other ones that have much more traction at this point. How far up the ranks do you see one in the next 3-6 months? Could easily be in the top 20. All these other ones are about there, like 20, 19, 18, 17, up to 15. If they continue to execute, they could be up there. Have I spoken on Safe Haven before? Yes. It's a way to pass your crypto to your loved ones. It's like a custodian service. I mean, honestly, if you have that much crypto that you go pass on, like I'm talking about millions and millions, I would trust like a regular custodian rather than some project that may not be around, in a year or so. So, Alex, appreciate that. Yield plus NFT. Well, Yield is, pretty promising financial app. If they get into NFTs, could help them big. There's a lot of projects that are getting into NFTs. Some are just gimmicky just because they want to tend to some. That makes a whole lot of sense. Like a whole lot of sense. For Yield, that makes sense, but there's other ones that are just like, it's just, you think, why didn't they do it earlier, right? Red Fox, I kind of looked at that before. It's like kind of like an NFT play, a Southeast Asian project. They have more than just NFTs. They have a whole bunch of stuff. But, there's a lot of projects get asked, that are based in like Southeast Asia. And I think just targeting those areas go hold them back, right? Nothing against those areas. It's just that they're not to go get as much attention as if a US-based project or a European-based project. Curate, recent partners of shopping and Travala. I think I got asked. Curate. Yeah, I looked at this. Did they really partner up with them? All-in-one marketplace with rewards. Okay. So I guess it's just like a shopping app, something like that. I'll say I like the name. I don't like the symbol, but I do like the name. They need to get on some better exchanges, but could be good. Could be good. Come on. Come on. When you have 4 people asking me about sell, come on. It's pretty obvious at this point that you guys are trying to get me to pump it up. But since you guys are so persistent, I'm going to look at it. All right. Sellframe.net. Build and manage quantum safe blockchain solutions. That's a big buzzword right there. Okay, so they have sharding, so they're fast. Lego for blockchain with the Sellframe SDK. Okay, white label like kind of piecemeal together. Python over C. Future of blockchain equals services. Okay. The quantum threat is real. I'm going to say no. That's not real. So there's a lot of use cases for this. Okay. See, if the only argument, that Sellframe is better, or not argument, if the only pitch is Sellframe is better because it's quantum resistant, that's just BS. And that should not be it. I'm not saying that's the only thing. Here's the thing. People always say, okay, what if quantum computer gets so good that it could crack SHA-256 and could, hack Bitcoin's network? Here's the thing. If quantum computers get that good, the whole world's financial system is going to die, right? You have more things to worry about, because if quantum computers are that good, they can hack any network, not just the Bitcoin network. They can hack the Federal Reserve. They can hack any bank, and they could disrupt Wall Street. They could do anything if quantum computers actually get that good someday. So that's the least of our problems. So this whole notion that, Bitcoin, will die because quantum computing, that's BS. Everything will die if quantum computing is that good. And who knows? Maybe at that point we'll create quantum computers that fight against that. So you have 2 quantum computer bots fighting each other, So, but because of you guys are so persistent, I'll look more into Sellframe just to see how the team is and stuff like that. But I think that's a horrible pitch. We're quantum resistant. That's not a sell point to me. EWTB. Can't find it. Card stack. World's first cooperative SaaS platform. See, all this exists already. Why do you need a blockchain or token for this? That's the question mark. I don't know. There's plenty of SaaS platform out there, and I don't think this is the first cooperative one. That doesn't make any sense. I don't like Versity, but someone in my group told me that I probably misunderstood them, but I don't know. I still don't like them that much. They seem to be an overlay of any kind of video platform like YouTube or Twitch, and they have something that, that could count the views, and to me, it's not very interesting. You know what? I just got done saying just go with Theta. Anything that has to do with streaming, go with Theta. There's no one even close. Even though they don't necessarily compete with Theta, I know, but still, just go with Theta. You sure you don't want me to check Dracula token? How do people come up with these names? All right, it's pumped up way too much. I'm not gonna look at this because it pumped up too much. Energy Web token, I have not looked at yet. You know, it was really hot. People kept asking about it when it was pumping. When it stopped pumping, people stopped asking about it. So I forgot to look at it. So I can't answer. Crust. I think I did look at this. Yeah, I did look at this. Decentralized cloud. This is like a competitor to the Kosh network, right? I don't know who came out first. Actually, I take that back. Maybe they're not computing. They're just storage. Multiple storage layers such as IPFS, explosion, okay. Decentralized cloud ecosystem is designed to build decentralized cloud ecosystem, okay. Values price. Yeah, so they are more or less storage. So, I don't know. There's so much storage plays. Storage itself, Siacoin, Filecoin. You know, the one that I don't talk about a lot is Arweave. Arweave is a project that got into ICO, and they're killing it right now. But they're also in storage, and they have a way where once you store once, and all access afterwards is free. So they have a really unique system, and they're trying to archive the web. So if you guys want to look at a promising storage play, look at Arweave. Jared, thank you. Sentinel. This is an old project. Very old project. Yeah, almost 2017. Codebase Sentinel DVPN is okay. So this is the first Orchid. Orchid is also a VPN play. It's built on or built using the Cosmos SDK. The world's most popular VPN can get hacked. Then so can your favorite VPN. Yeah, so they're VPN. I don't know. I've never used it. If you used it, then great. But, you know, I don't get why, you know, VPNs need to have a token. It's not necessary. All right, there's too many super chats. I can't get through all of them. You guys need to up your super chats so I don't miss them because I'm just skipping through them left and right. Speedy, appreciate it. APY Finance, and I haven't looked at it. Jack asked about BPro's total circulation, right? Yeah, just because the circulation is up doesn't mean the price will go down. That doesn't mean it at all. It just means the total all market cap will go up. But yeah, I don't know why CMC missed that. So hopefully that gets fixed in the future. When I say decentralized lab pass competitor, decentralized GitHub, NFT marketplace, that's what Jupiter is all about. Well, okay. But they're very, very, very small. Very small. I'm going to put that on my list. It seems like every day I have something to put on my list to look at. So today I'm about to release a newsletter, a video newsletter for my Patreon group, and there's five more tokens in there. So I mean, there's a lot. I realize sometimes I glance over these. That's because I'm trying to cater to everyone and all these super chats, and sometimes they just don't make any sense. But sometimes, you know, if I really do a deep dive, I'm like, okay, they're actually pretty decent. Game credits. I'm trying to set up an interview with the CEO. You know, it's a non-custodial way to bet on esports. So basically, they take data from Chainlink and then utilize that within their platform so that you can bet on. Not bad, but there's a lot that, a lot that have failed. So I have to really talk to him and see why it's better than all the ones that failed. TVK is a good one. Thank you. You know what's another good one? I've been talking about Animoca, Animoca brands and how they're rocking it. They have so much NFTs. One of the ones, Rev has not done bad, only down slightly. But another one that has done really well, I've noticed, is Limbo, but it's not even listed in here. I guess, they didn't even list it in here. But if you look at Limbo with their recent token like swap, but yeah, they've been holding very well too. So pretty good. Engine up 11%. Yes. AMP is a good project. When the economy opens up, they're gonna be back on their feet. Flex app will be used again, but until the economy gets back, they're probably gonna be a little weak. OMI is still good. Obviously, their overall market cap is higher now because the right circulating supply was listed. I'm trying to have a interview with the CEO of OMI too, or Ecomi. So yeah, David Yu, yes, it's him or his COO. So yeah, they have the right licensing. The NFL, DC, all these guys, but yeah, I think they're good. Cody, I'm not sure about their upcoming events, but I have looked at them. I have recommended them. I think Cody's a really promising play. There was some FUD about Cody. There was a lot of FUD about Cody on Reddit. I don't know what that's about, but I do know if you look into what they're doing, they're executing, they're helping people come out with financial DeFi dApps or financial dApps, right? They're kind of almost like a white label solution for it. So yeah, I like Cody. Wazim, I don't smoke anything. Rami, I do like Ultra quite a bit. Yes, they have Ubisoft, they have Atari, they have Theta, they have Sandbox, they have AMD, and they have a few more too. They're decentralized gaming platform, so they're not really in NFTs, but they're partnered up with a lot of projects that have NFTs. So it's just a matter of time that they'll also do NFTs too. But I like Ultra. I like Ultra a lot. What else is there? Atari has been dead for years. Atari is doing a lot of partnerships right now. They have a store. They bought land in Sandbox. I know they partnered up with Decentraland 2 to create an Atari store within. I think that's about it. Clever. I'm just neutral on. I know that they have this new, burning mechanism, and they're coming out with the new governance token. But I downloaded Clever today, and I looked at it. I mean, it's a universal wallet. You could do swaps on it. You could do staking on it, but it's limited in terms of the coins that they support. So they're good and so. So I mean, they're already really high. That's the thing. They're not a really low cap. They're a mid cap. So that could hinder them a little bit. CRO's mainnet launches 22 hours. I didn't even know that. But I do know that they have been holding really well against Bitcoin. Really, really well. And they have done really well. So, CryptosRUs token. I hope it's going to do well. I'm going to have a George coin soon. Reef, no. Ren, just taking a breather. StormX. I'm gonna talk to Sonny tomorrow. And see, maybe he could give me some insight into what they're trying to do. I know they're coming out with a debit card. I know that's their big thing. All right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna let you guys go. Overall, look, Bitcoin is coming back up right now. No, like I've been saying, no reason for panic. Bitcoin will do its thing. It'll form a new high, and then no one's going to remember it anymore. Right now, the whales are doing what they can to drive out retail investors. So don't panic. Don't do a crazy leverage long like a lot of people and they go get liquidated. As long as you don't do that, you have a good diversified portfolio, including these four that I talked about. You know, they really will help carry your portfolio, not only hold it strong, but also gain on Bitcoin. And ultimately, that's what you want. You want to gain as much Bitcoin as you can, either by buying it or trading it, or just by gaining by holding altcoins. And you know what? That has served me really well, and I think it'll serve you guys well too. All right, guys, that's it. So smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Take care, guys.